Welcome to the penultimate episode of Baywatch Nights, people. Yes, sad but true, we are nearing the end of this whirlwind journey. Fittingly enough, they're winding things down with perhaps one of the most confusing episodes of Nights to date. And considering how lost even I, the Baywatch Nights expert, have been, that's really saying something. They're also apparently out of ideas, because this is the second episode in a row involving magic Native American bullshit. Why yes, they did cast Floyd, Red Crow Westerman, who played a prominent recurring character on The X-Files. I guess this show must be exactly the same. Anywho, you like time travel? They kinda already did that too, but this time is different because I'm not even sure if it is time travel, but I didn't know what else to call it. So these Native Americans are doing some Native American stuff, and we dissolve to some other stuff going on in the Amazon, but some vaguely indigenous music plays in the background, so we know it's connected. These people are putting chemicals in the soil or something? I don't know, whatever is going on, voiceover by people we don't know and will never see, indicates that Teague has ordered some testing on a soil sample. Soil bad? The Native American lady is watching this via magic. I wish I could tell you her name, but they don't give her one, so you're just gonna have to deal. She knows that the only person who can solve an Amazonian soil creature problem is a lifeguard / PI / monster hunter named Mitchell Buchanan. And friend.
Fortunes? Oh, come on, you don't believe in that stuff, do you?
I don't believe in it, but it's fun.
No, the whole thing's phony.
Fortune tellers are bullshit. I only believe them when they're telling me I'm gonna bone my boss, and that's it.
All-consuming love, it's in the cards.
Ryan insists that Mitch spent his day off having his fortune told, and then throws his coffee away. So for once in this relationship, the asshole's on her. But there's no one around, so Ryan just decides to start fooling around with the cards herself.
Oh, the death card. Sure puts a crimp in my day off.
Sometimes Mitch is justified in his sarcasm, and this is one of those occasions where Ryan deserves it for being unbelievably lame. This is when a hot lady enters, asking for her fortune to be read. After getting a very classy shot of her boobs through a crystal ball, Ryan is shocked to find out that she somehow knows this woman's story. This should not be a surprise to the audience, however, as her dream about Mitch's kidnapping and ascension indicated that, for some reason, Ryan sometimes has psychic powers.
How can you be so accurate?
Hard to believe she's playing an actress who can't get a part in a movie called Fish Monster 3.
I've never felt like that before.
It is because you are one of the chosen, the seers, the anointed ones.
Admittedly, I thought the spirits were bullshitting me when I first saw you, but that was before I realized you were a lifeguard.
If you're wondering what Mitch and Ryan being the chosen ones means, ha! So this guy does get a name, Wahote, and he says they'll see their futures if they just go through the curtain. The Vortex. And some mystical flute music is playing, so they gotta do it.
Talented cat and oakstrill? Holy shit!
Oh wow, the curtains lead to their cave set. What a shock. That's because they have 4 sets now. Nights, the cave, a boat, and a warehouse. And speaking of the latter...
Mitch!
You're telling us we're gonna be in a warehouse in the future? Come on, lady, we do that like every week.
Mitch! Don't leave me!
Running away like a coward, pretty standard me.
Okay, following so far? Well, that's come to an end, because it's question marks from here on out. I will try to interpret as best I can, but if there's a real answer as to what the hell is going on in this episode, please let me know. So Mitch and Ryan exit the fortune teller booth and argue. Then they encounter another Mitch and Ryan, who were talking to Teague on the phone about the ship attack. The other Mitch and Ryan are the present Mitch and Ryan, and the ones we followed out of the booth are the future Mitch and Ryan. Except they don't remember anything about what the present Mitch and Ryan experienced, and in fact, they seem to have experienced different things. So try and fucking make sense of that. The present Mitch and Ryan apparently didn't talk to the native folks. They talked to the normal fortune teller, who said Ryan was going to be on a ship soon. Seeing as how they live by the water, no shit. The future Mitch and Ryan are dead. Or at least not in the world of the living, according to native Vortex woman. The Vortex lady says they became ghosts when they entered the Vortex, so that means all of the stuff before that was supposed to be happening when they weren't ghosts. But then why would their other selves have talked to the fortune teller instead? This implies two divergent timelines, or something. According to the IMDb plot description, Spirit Mitch and Ryan have been sent 20 years into the future. And that's so incredibly wrong that I think someone was really bored and just taking the piss with these summaries. If they were 20 years in the future, the world would be a smoldering wasteland, because as we know, the ozone layer collapsed in 1999. And technically, their spirit selves were sent to the past. How far in the past, I don't know. Sometime after the fortune teller thing, but before whatever thing apparently killed them later. So they're the Mitch and Ryan from somewhere in the middle of the episode, apparently. They seem to imply that their spirit selves were ripped out of their bodies and sent to the past, and the present selves are actually their past selves before whatever terrible fate befell them. And I guess are just walking around without souls? I simply do not know. We are unfortunately only a third of the way in. I know I've already lost you. I'm so sorry. Also, I love that Spirit Mitch's first thought is that A, these exact doppelgangers are stealing his car, and B, flinging himself in front of a moving vehicle is the best solution. This is a consistent character trait for Mitch.
You have entered the Vortex, and you've become your future.
Oh, well that explains everything. Thanks.
When you enter the Vortex, you take on the form of the ghost spirit.
So now we're ghosts.
Spirits.
You just called them ghost spirits!
You are the future. They are the present. When your times come together, you will be one again.
What the hell is going on in this episode?
Future Mitch and Ryan chase after the woman into the spirit hole, and now we're following the present Mitch and Ryan. At some point, I will lose track of who is who.
Let us put on our coats so as to distinguish ourselves as the present Mitch and Ryan.
What?
Never you mind, present Ryan. Let's see how many times I can say it's my day off in this episode.
Just because I want to spend my day off.
It's your day off.
It's my only day off. Short ports are crimp and my day off. It's my day off.
Look, it's my day off. No way, I'm not going to St. Peter's. My only day off. It's my day off.
This is my day off.
So while Mitch bitches about why they're there, Ryan explains that, I don't know, one of the guys on the ship went missing, maybe there's something there, who knows what happened. Oh, and also, maybe this is relevant, a homeless guy was killed after something attached itself to his face and dissolved him. Didn't think that was worth mentioning until now. Okay, but why bother doing a body outline when he's just a pile of formless goo at this point? It doesn't even go around the stain. Part of it goes over a newspaper.
Well, this is fun.
So the stuff with the crystal ball and the tarot cards were, apparently, the Vortex lady speaking to them through a language they would understand. Yes, it was vitally important that Ryan tell that actress's fortune for some reason. It was the only thing she would understand. The Vortex lady is also a spirit. Hard to determine if she's her future spirit or present spirit, but whatever. She says Mitch and Ryan can go visit their present selves if they wish to be there, but Mitch says they shouldn't because this is all fake or something.
And all of a sudden, that's what I love about her. She always listens.
Mitch begrudgingly wishing his spirit away, whilst complaining that a woman didn't do what he told her to do. Classic Nights. What follows is 20 endless minutes of wandering through, somehow, a combination of all of their most boring sets. We go from the boat, to the warehouse disguised as a boat, to the spirit cave, and so on and so forth, until we too leave our mortal bodies because the lack of mental stimulation has caused us to go brain dead. And this is, I don't know, Amazonian face slug vision, whatever.
Relax, would you? You're acting like this is our first time on a boat set facing a monster that dissolves people.
Wait, so this skeleton is the guard they said nobody could find? They didn't try searching the ship he was on? Yeah, have them walk away and then cut to the present Mitch and Ryan entering a room. That really helps with the whole confusion of it all.
Wow, this ship is really bottom heavy.
How did they not notice that? Also, I guess this is a slug zombie or something. I don't know. They don't explain it till later, so I was a little lost for a bit. Well, present Mitch and Ryan are in trouble, and future Ryan suddenly gets one of her all-of-a-sudden psychic flashes about it. Not sure why she didn't make better use of this through the series, or why they wrote Destiny out and then decided in 2 random episodes that Ryan was psychic too, sometimes.
Whatever killed that guard is gonna kill them, and if it kills them, it kills us.
And somehow I'm supposed to understand how that makes sense.
Ryan slowly explains that if their past selves die, they also die. And I thought Mitch was being really dumb for not getting that, but then I remembered that they're there to stop themselves from dying, and they're their future ghost selves, so technically they're already dead, or if they aren't, they shouldn't exist. Also, it turns out the slug thing isn't what killed them, and they don't actually do anything to stop it, so Ryan had a psychic flash about, nothing?
Oh my god, what the hell is that thing?
You ever wanted to see a story about someone time traveling to save themselves from a horrible fate, except the versions of them who time traveled come from a separate timeline and only have vague psychic notions to lead them along, and also they're spirits who can't affect anything, so they just sort of watch themselves wander a lot while they also wander? Asked the Baywatch Nights writers.
Why did this slug thing dissolve everyone else but make me a zombie? Oh well.
Deal with this another way.
Oh yeah, Vortex lady, how do we kill the slug zombie?
You must learn to trust, to believe
Believe in what?
in yourselves.
Listen, lady, I don't mean to criticize whatever the hell it is you're doing, but there is no one who believes in themselves more than Mitch Von Malibu. I do enjoy this face that Hasselhoff makes, though.
What do we do now?
Like the Indian said, trust us.
So in order to save themselves, they must do nothing. Brilliant!
I don't know, we saw something kinda like this on the X-Files once. Who cares what it is? We're more like hockey! Huh, kinda thought there'd be more of a battle there.
Okay, we get it! Wait, okay, so future Mitch and Ryan find the box one of the slug zombies came from, see this cartoon outline of a person, and say it must have grown?
Must have grown.
A, slugs don't grow into people. And B, the only version of the slug thing they've encountered is the zombie version. So unless this is like a giant zombie, what is Ryan talking about?
It's tropical. No wonder this thing is angry.
What does that mean?
I'm here to be vague and unhelpful.
After finding some seeds and some crystals, present Ryan and Mitch deduce that they irradiated the soil in the Amazon and mutated something or other, and that's what they're fighting.
What are you saying here? We're fighting some sort of insect? Something that mutated from radiation?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That thing looked like a giant slug.
Slugs aren't insects, but everything else here checks out.
Good God!
Mitch's plan to escape the dissolving mutated creature is to blow up the ship, making Ryan stay behind while he does all of the work. Sound familiar? We've seen this episode. It was called The Rig, except in that one, Mitch fought a trash bag and it was funnier.
I still can't get used to her not seeing us.
Stay right here and face the wall like you always do, future Ryan.
What's she running from?
I'd take a wild fucking guess and say a slug zombie, Mitch.
There is nothing which can be done. Your knowledge is of your time. It cannot be used to benefit them.
They couldn't do anything this whole fucking time? What was the point, Baywatch Nights? What's the point? Why were they sent here? What's the motivation? What's even the intrigue?
Oh yeah? Well, what if I magically make my past self able to see me? What? Why did that happen? We have 5 minutes left. Let's just finish the episode.
You have got to get off the ship. Mitch is fine. Just get off the ship.
She knows Mitch dies on this ship, and the last thing she said about him was that the slug might have eaten him. So how is he fine?
Maybe the creature, it got you.
And she was already trying to get off the ship. This is the only time either of them interacts with their past selves. Maybe. It's unclear. This is a waste of time! And now the present Mitch has taken off his jacket, so I can't tell the two Mitches apart. And one of them tells present Ryan to get out, which she's already doing, but his voice is all warpy, and that makes me think it's the future Mitch. But then he follows her, and I think it's the present Mitch, but they just fucked up the audio. And then future Ryan meets up with future Mitch, I think, who is inspecting the setup for present Mitch's bomb, which is crap. But I guess they're becoming physical now, or something, so now they can set the bomb off themselves. So this whole thing was about, their future ghost selves dying? Well, it was worth reusing some tunnel explosion footage and killing themselves if they could get rid of some mutated slugs.
It was the same future that I saw in the Vortex.
Wait, I thought this was the Mitch and Ryan who just met with a fortune teller who said they'd be on the ship soon. Did Baywatch Nights forget which Mitch and Ryan we were following? Why does she know that their future selves died and everything that happened? And what was the part of the vision with Mitch abandoning her all about? When did that happen? Why did they need to believe in themselves? Why were they the chosen ones? Why was Ryan psychic? Who were those native people and why did they do this? What's going on? Mitch, does our future selves blowing up mean we have to go back in time and blow ourselves up, thus defeating the point of saving us and leaving us in a loop?
Shut up!
Next time on Baywatch, CJ is kidnapped by a Phantom of the Opera guy. Cody continues to be dumb. Love never dies.